Every opinion I share is my own. All content I share is transformative.
So James Charles is back to posting. The influencer waited a whopping 7 days from his last apology video before going back to scheduled programming. For his cancellation resurrection post, James chose to make a TikTok sharing how he wanted to get a new haircut.
I literally hate my hair, and the internet never fails to remind me that they do too.
He smiles to the camera and jokes around with the audience about his previous hairstyles. He chats to the viewer as he curls his hair, possibly in an attempt to make us feel more engaged or to make us feel that he will genuinely take some of our recommendations into consideration. Before even finishing the first second of the video, I opened the comments to see what my peers were saying. And just as I expected, meme after meme graced the feed. One user compared his look to Jeffrey Epstein. Some told him to go bald, while others just simply commented glorious gifs. But what I really found interesting was the unwavering, albeit small, population of people who still showed support for James. There were commenters genuinely providing him some positive feedback, telling him he would look good with certain hairstyles, and then attaching AI-generated images of their own making with said hairstyle. And here's where I began to question something. How long does someone have to stay silent after a cancellation before the public forgives them? Can someone who's been canceled ever really come back? And is cancel culture a new phenomenon? If we look at the history of cancel culture and the inception of this buzz phrase, we can get a bit of context. Author Laura Payne notes that the term cancel originated in popular culture, appearing in music in 1981 in the song Your Love Is Cancelled by Chic, and later in 1991 in the film New Jack City when actor Wesley Snipes' character says, "Cancel that bitch."
No.
Cancel that bitch. I'll buy it.
It gained widespread use around Black Twitter users in the mid-2010s before it was adopted by mainstream audiences. The phrase cancel culture entered major US news outlets in 2018 and rapidly grew in popularity before appearing in more than 1,000 news stories by 2021. Even though cancel culture is a modern phrase, its roots are deeply embedded into human history. If you consider the themes of cancel culture, you'll realize that the Amish community's shunning tactics or religious organizations' excommunications are relatively the same thing. I mean, shoot, even Jesus Christ was canceled. I found this research starter from EBSCO to be very helpful in understanding cancel culture's inception and its repercussions throughout modern history. Critics argue that cancel culture often imposes disproportionate consequences, particularly on ordinary people who lack the resources to recover from public backlash. Individuals may lose their jobs or livelihoods over mistakes, leaving little opportunity for growth or redemption. As media studies professor Meredith Clark noted, celebrities and wealthy individuals can buy their way out of the noise, while everyday workers are more likely to face lasting repercussions. Celebrities, unlike most people, can afford to simply wait out cancellation. Many individuals have monetized attention by establishing themselves as social media influencers, often becoming wealthy by simply amassing followers and earning money to promote products. EBSCO refers to this as attention economy. James Charles thrives in this economy. It specializes in grabbing and holding customers' interest, often using tactics like trolling or rage bait to pull in a viewer. I'd like to point out that Michaela Naguara is a perfect example of an influencer who uses this tactic. You can check out my video on her for more context. The threat of losing this valuable commodity, attention, can be devastating. In 2022, L'Oreal Paris expressed support for the Black Lives Matter movement, but in response, Monroe Bergdorf, a Black transgender model, criticized the company on Twitter, pointing out that L'Oreal had dismissed her in 2017 following comments she had made condemning white supremacy. After Bergdorf's supporters called for a boycott of the brand, L'Oreal took steps to address the criticism by appointing her to an advisory board and donating to the UK Black Pride and Transgender Advocacy Organization. This case illustrates how companies often face public scrutiny on social media and may act quickly to repair reputational damage and demonstrate accountability. Is a quick reaction like this to criticism authentic, or is it the company trying to mitigate their losses as soon as possible? While some companies or individuals will respond to being canceled by making or donating to charities, some don't do anything at all. Ellen DeGeneres, the famous ex-talk show host, was canceled in 2021 after accusations from an ex-employee claimed that Ellen contradicted the kind-hearted host she had portrayed, while in reality she fostered a toxic workplace environment on her show.
Today, after 19 seasons, the talk show titan will take her final bow. But it has not been all laughs. In 2020, some former staffers said the show's producers created a toxic work environment. DeGeneres opened up to Savannah about the controversy last year.
It was devastating. I really didn't understand it. I still don't understand it.
Other staff members accused the producers and the host of cultivating a culture of bullying, racial microaggressions, sexual harassment, and mistreatment. I was reminded of this cancellation while I was on TikTok the other day, and I was scrolling and I saw this video of Ellen scaring Kris Jenner. And just as the James Charles video, I ran to the comment section. Comments ranged from insinuating that the two were having a pizza party, a phrase used to connect the ultra-wealthy individuals listed in the Pizzagate scandal to accusations of human trafficking, to others simply commenting, "We remember what you did."
Is Ellen DeGeneres rewriting history? That's what some of her former staffers claim she's doing in her new Netflix stand-up special, For Your Approval.
I got kicked out of show business. Yeah. Thanks. Yeah, because I'm mean. Yeah.
She uses jokes to address the controversy. But this producer who worked with her takes issue with how she's addressing allegations that there was a toxic work environment at her legendary talk show.
The essence of the special really was totally a lie. Ellen was not taking responsibility at all. She was sugarcoating it.
The Ellen DeGeneres Show went off the air after 19 seasons in May 2022, mired in controversy, including allegations of racism and sexual misconduct. Ellen addressed the allegations back in 2020.
And if I've ever let someone down, if I've ever hurt their feelings, I am so sorry for that.
This really emphasizes the question I posed earlier. Can someone who's been canceled ever really come back? I don't believe that this question has a true yes or no answer because while there are examples of celebrities or historical figures throughout human existence who have attempted to come back, it is really up to individual interpretation. Sales trends are a sure way to measure prosperity with a creative profession. We can measure the success of someone's comeback if they're putting out a concert tour, for example, and every show is sold out. But we could also look at historical figures like Jesus Christ, who is undeniably the most influential and famous person to ever live. After his resurrection, Jesus made his 40-day comeback tour before ascending into heaven and leaving his lasting legacy for thousands of years to come. So when he was canceled for blasphemy by the Sanhedrin or ordered to be executed by Pontius Pilate, was his resurrection from the dead enough for the public to uncancel him, to prove he was who he claimed to be? Or what about the people who've decided not to attempt a comeback? In 2020, after facing criticism for several older videos that had surfaced, including offensive racial stereotypes and slut-shaming, YouTuber Jenna Marbles chose to hold herself accountable rather than defend her actions. She created a video titled A Message, in which she apologized for her past content, calling it shameful and awful. She then removed or privatized the videos in question and stepped away from YouTube entirely. Instead of waiting for the public opinion to determine her future, Jenna made the decision to leave the platform on her own. Many viewers praised her response as a rare example of a creator taking genuine responsibility for past mistakes. After cancellation, does one have to reinvent themselves, adopt a life of piety, donate to charity, or leave the internet completely? Can someone ever truly be uncanceled? Thanks for watching. I hope this gave you something to think about. Let me know what you think in the comments, and I'll see you later. Love yous!